So how many of you visualize every day? Of course, most of us do. It's just something natural. We've got an imagination. But let's take it a step further. Actually stopping and taking the time each day to imagine and visualize something. So for example, I'm here in the estate vineyard at Leoness Cellars, and we hold team buildings here for clients and also with our own team. And I've been imagining and visualizing some potential new options that I'll work with our team on, and we'll come up with something new to present to the public. But it made me think, what if people didn't take the time to visualize and imagine? What if someone had never dreamed of going to the moon? Or Walt Disney hadn't dreamed of developing the theme parks that he did? And here's an example of how visualization works. When I was 14 years old, George Strait was coming to Oklahoma City, where I lived and was going to high school at the time, and I wanted to meet him really bad. He was a new artist on the scene at the time. He had about 4 hits, and I knew the venue well. I'd been there before where he was going to be. We purchased tickets. So every night before I went to sleep, I would imagine talking to the guard, telling him about this person I knew that knew George, and somehow getting backstage and getting to meet with George. And I kept visualizing over and over again, night after night, spending time with George Strait. So the night comes, it's almost time for a concert, and the guard wouldn't let me back. But because I'd visualized it as if it was real so many times, immediately, it's amazing how the brain works. I said, "Dad, I'll be back in 15 minutes. I'm gonna go behind the venue and see if I can meet him as he comes in." So I go back there, no one was there, and here comes the yellow bus. Of course, he had many blue buses years later, but it was one yellow bus when he first got started. And they all file off the bus. I got right into line behind them, walked in the backstage area, introduced myself, "Mr. Strait, I'm Joel, a friend of Daryl Statler's." "Oh, how's Daryl doing?" Because Daryl had taken him to Nashville the first time and had written 2 or 3 songs for him, one of his early #1 hits, "A Fire I Can't Put Out." So we talked, and I had Daryl's book. Daryl wrote a great book with Ray Edenton about how to play the guitar, and had given it to me and started me playing guitar. And so George signed that, and actually, you know, I had more fun and had a nicer visit than I'd even imagined. So remember the power of stopping every day and visualizing something, be it an experience you want to create with your family, with your coworkers, maybe it's some dream or goal that you're working towards. Because when we visualize it and we see the possibilities and see it as though it's already happened, helps us to take action. That action is going to give us results. The results will tap into beliefs, either, "See, I told you you could do it," or, "Oh, I said you could never do it." So we got to replace negative beliefs too, those limiting beliefs, and bring in those powerful, empowering ones. But the more we visualize something as if it's already happened, the more it'll affect those beliefs and help us to just keep that cycle going of achieving the goals and sharing a bigger experience with family, friends, and coworkers. So let's go out there and dream and visualize, but keep your eyes open when you're driving. All right.